This is a funeral of a billionaire named Red. His youngest son even complains him about his death in a bad day. Makes them have to stand under the rain for a long time. The eldest son scatters his ashes. His words are filled with ridicule. His grandchild, Jason, also comes there late. In his hand, he holds is a light cigarette. His mom complains about this, but he ignores her and acts like nothing happens. The most important moment is coming. The whole family is waiting for the lawyer to declare about the inheritance. But Red just gives them a small money compares to his wealth. Where is the rest of the property? They leave in extremely angry and disappointed. At this time, the lawyer, Jason, calls him back and turns on a video from Red. He says that his money ruins all of his sons. But Jason is a person received a lot of hurt inside. To compensate for him, the only thing he can do is leave nothing for him. Listening to that, Jason immediately stands up. But Red says, however, I have left you a huge present. If you want to get this, you have to complete the missions. But if you fail, you won't have it. Although Jason is so curious about it, he decides to ignore. He comes back home and tells it with his girlfriend. His girlfriend rolls her eyes and suggests him to try it. Who can deny money? Jason feels it is reasonable, so he decides to do it. He follows the instruction and comes to a farm. His grandpa's friend tells Jason that he has to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. If he oversleeps, he'd be electrocuted in the butt. The old man puts the stake on the ground. After that, he shows the way to do it for Jason. One stake is $1. Then drives home. But Jason relaxes and lies down all day. At night, he calls his girlfriend. And suddenly, he realizes that he only receives the gifts when he works hard. In a blink, he becomes a hard-working farmer. He works all day long. Although, sometimes, he is annoyed by the old man. But the old man can see he is really changing. That day, the old man finds another farmer to do Jason's tasks. He confirms that Jason has many experiences already. He can do almost everything in the future. Jason nods his head politely and asks the lawyer for the gift. The lawyer says that the gift is that job. Jason loses his patience. He won't do that anymore. The lawyer listens to that and goes. Jason tries to chase after him. He thinks that the things his grandpa prepare for him can be useful. The lawyer tells Jason to come back home and wait. When he goes back his home, all the stuffs in the house are moved out, even his car. This is a new mission. He listens to Red through the video. Only through an empty-handed experience, he can learn what life is. This mission will be finding a real friend of Jason within 1 month. Jason is quite sure that he has a lot of friends. This mission will be super simple. So that Jason calls his girlfriend. He is originally a grandson of a billionaire. Arbitrarily orders $1,000 bottle of wine. They drink and talk together. The waiter comes to Jason and confirms that his card is blocked now. He can't believe it. Immediately takes out another card. However, it's just the same. Jason tries to find out a good reason to let his girlfriend pay it for him. After hearing that, she breaks up with Jason and leaves in tears. While he is walking on the street, Jason keeps calling his friends to borrow money. But nobody helps him. Every day, he is chased by the housekeeper, bitten by a dog, fights with a beggar to get a place to sleep. He has to sleep in the street, public chairs. The first time Jason feels how cruel and hard this world really is. That day, Jason sees a grievance. He quickly helps the mother and daughter. The little girl invites him to eat with them, then she agrees to be friend with him. Jason brings Emily to meet the lawyer and completes the second mission. The assistant tells Jason that the lawyer and his grandpa are good friends. When the lawyer got really sick, his grandpa gave a kidney for him without any request. Suddenly, Jason understands something. Then the lawyer gives him $1,500, that is his salary from the farm. Jason goes out and meets the beggar, withdraws $100 to help him. However, he isn't really a beggar. He stole a bag then throws it when he sees Jason comes. Jason picks up the bag and recognizes this belongs to Emily. Jason keeps looking inside and hopes that he can find their address. However, just some bills are in the bag. He comes to the hospital and asks the nurse. Finally, Jason finds Emily's room. He leaves the bag there, and finds Emily's mom to ask for the condition of the little girl. It turns out Emily has leukemia. Jason is her only friend. At this time, Jason suggests that he wants to help her, but Alexia denies it. He doesn't know what should he does. Jason meets the assistant of the lawyer. He brings all of his property to help them pay the rent. That day, Jason comes to see Emily at the hospital, and discovers that she goes to the church already. Emily says that she wants to order a place to stay with the angels. On the other hand, she doesn't want to die. Emily can't leave her mom alone in this world. Jason tries to comfort her. With Emily's cooperation, Jason and Alexia have their first date. They have their first time go out together by bus. Their first time joins in the family's dinner. That day, the lawyer meets Jason and asks him to find out the reason of his dad's death. Before saying goodbye to Emily, Jason recognizes that he doesn't want to let them go. He promises with the little girl that he will come back before Christmas. Jason comes to a village, a man looks at him and says that he is his father's old friend. Under the man's lead, he arrives at the incident site. Seeing the plane wreck, Jason is very sad. The guy tells him, because Jason's father didn't want to inherit, his dad sneaked away. Then something happened. Jason doesn't want to believe this. For a long time, he always supposes that his grandpa is reason of his father's death. So he has been hated red. Right the time Jason regrets about that. He recognizes himself as covered by a group of bandits. They are standing around him with guns, revealing their ferocious faces. The group is ready to kill them all. A man begs them to forgive him. However, they don't care. They constantly shoot to the air, scare these guys to death. The bandits untie their blindfolds. Nobody understands what is happening to them. The bandits force them to drink liquor, and then also drink. These wild people are celebrating Christmas. After that, Jason is arrested in a small, dark room. 1 month ago, he came here to invest about his father's death, being arrested in the whole month. One day, he recognizes those people don't lock the door. Wait until they have deep sleep, he takes the chance and escapes. Then he tries to run as fast as possible. However, Jason suddenly stops. He decides to come back and help other people. Jason hits a bandit and helps his friends to get out. They run away together. In this forest, Jason finally understands how people help each other to overcome difficult situations. Through this tough time, he doesn't care about the property anymore. Jason goes back home. As soon as he takes off the plane, Alexia is waiting for him. He feels extremely happy, then visits Emily. She complains that he missed the Christmas party and asks him to compensate. So that Jason drives the plane and celebrates Christmas at the farmer with them. Jason prepares every single thing very careful. He even buys the fake snow to make the place looks like a real Christmas season. Alexia is touched. Emily also fulfills her wish to ride a horse. Looking at the vast and beautiful prairie in front of them, Jason gives Alexia a kiss. The mature of Jason is recognized by the lawyer. He receives $100 million from his grandpa. However, right now, he just wants to help Emily. He plans to establish a hospital named Emily's Home to help other kids with blood cancer. Unfortunately, Emily's condition becomes worse. She can't make it until the Emily's Home finishes. On the other hand, she has done her last wish. In the end, the lawyer meets Jason again and announces that $100 million reward is just a challenge. He passes this challenge and inherits $2 billion. Watching the whole video of Red, he finally understands his grandpa's concern. At the same time, he also has a sincere love and lives happily, peacefully forever with Alexia.